Hello everyone, welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name's Tyrone. Today we have a very special show and tell. It's the 51st birthday show and tell. Look! That's the same box I used for my 50th. It's been around for a whole year. Shall we take a look? My birthday was a few weeks ago, but I've held off until now to do this video. Well, actually, I've only gotten around to doing this video, but I wanted you to be along for the ride. I always like you along for the ride. So let's get started on what my dear wife sought out for me. I must tell you that everything in here I've seen, because my birthday was a couple of weeks ago, but also everything in here is specific to what my collection needs, because that's how far we've come. Too much risk of getting doubles for there not to be specific lists, and my long-suffering wife has sorted all of these out for me. There are many more that I'm missing, but here are some I am no longer missing. This is the GMC Wrecker City Action. That was a long-winded explanation about what I'm about to show you. 2010 copyright, Red Alert. And I also will very much try not to tell you how many I have of each one I'm showing you in the collection already, because you know there's so many to go. In fact, it's best if we try not to focus on how far we've got to go to get to the nth degree of this particular collection. Oops, as I just destroyed that. Well, that's new. Does that go back in? I had to clip the video because there was a small amount of gentle persuasion to get that boom back in, because it was loose in the box. But rest assured, bit wonky, I'll sort that out. Now I know how to put a boom back into a GMC truck, in case you're wondering. So yeah, this is silver, highway service, emergency on the side, call 24/7. Gets pricey in the middle of the night, doesn't it? If you find yourself in a fender bender or a ditch. 87 copyright on the base, made in Thailand, plastic base. Sticking with wreck trucks, or tow trucks as I know them. Number 61, Peterbilt wreck truck. This one is the police version, M9 on the roof with the blue booms. I have the one with the orange booms. I'm sure there are so many others. And this would be from 1983. Don't really trust that, because they kept the same copyright for a bit. But good to see this one in town. Oh yeah, that's great. A little bit of well, you wouldn't call it overspray, would you? Don't know. Manufacturer's fault. They were common. Less and less common as the years went on. But perfect. So a couple of wreckers there, in case we run into troubles today. Got a few loose ones here. I looked, when I got this on my birthday, I looked up what catalogue it was from, and lo and behold it wasn't in the catalogue. And then we did some further research and found that it was in a Motor City pack with a bunch of other things. So being sold loose meant that we didn't get the box, and obviously, and we didn't get the other vehicles. But I collect these, and it's nice to have. So that's that one there. And the horses. Sometimes the plastic gets all brittle over the years and you lose a leg. Eat that. Right. Most of the others are on cards. There are a few old ones in boxes that we'll see, but I'll rip all of these off today. 1962 VW Beetle, number 21 of which year? 2006, so 2007 release. Now, so many variants of the casting, aren't there? Some you get that plastic sunroof, and then it's down to the wheels, and we'll get to that in a second. It's got those flower petal wheels, as I like to call them, but lovely vivid red with a white interior, and no tint on the window, which is great. Sweet. And can I find the other one instantly? No, we'll get to it though. There's a very similar one, but it's just the wheels. Oh, check this out. Hot popper. This is of course the piston popper, but didn't know this one was around 1980 on the card, and it looks mint, apart from the card, which I have never cared much for. Yeah, it's nice to get hold of these cases every now and again too. Sometimes they pop up, and sometimes they're full of cars. So, hot popper. I was going to call it the piston popper again. Again, a few manufacturer's faults there, but that's what you expect with these things. Bit of paint missing there on the pillar. Pistons pop hotly, and that's of course the Mustang drag car. Mustang piston popper on the base, 73, unpainted, and Rollermatics. Magic. Who knew? Who knew? Very old one. This was a bit of bad timing, if you like. Not really, but because it is a variant. This is from the 60s. It's the old long distance coach. The first thing I think about when I see the name long distance coach and it's this old, I think, imagine on a hot day, these things didn't even have aircon. You just opened the window and stuck your head out, didn't you? But I put this one on the list for a dear wife to find for me, and she did a sterling job by finding it for me. But in the meantime, I'd forgotten I'd put it on the list and bought it myself on eBay, which is where a lot of these old ones come from. And I thought it was a double, and I thought it's not a bad thing to have, is it? Fleet of ancient Lesney. But then I realised the wheels were different. These ones are grey, and I think the one I found, the wheels are black. And the box, and I didn't get a box with mine, so she trumped me like she normally does. Good on her. It's improving my collection. So that's the old long distance coach. This one, oops, great lengths went into the finding and obtaining of this one. Not a huge fan of the laser wheels, but I need it for a video of the car wash. And the reason why I haven't done the car wash one to date is because I didn't have this one and one other. Now I have them both, and it's to replicate the box of the car wash. 1986 on this one. Looks to be never opened until this very moment. I'm glad you could share the experience with me. It's kind of cool to be able to hold this for the first time since I left the factory. Where was the factory? Macau, China. The base Pontiac Firebird Racer, just like all of them really. Oh, this is heavy. I've just realised that's a metal base. Wow. That's crazy. As the table fills up with bits. That's crazy. Because to my mind, when I see those wheels, I think, ooh, they went a bit cheap. But full metal base. Nice. Lovely blue. In fact, several blues on this. But yeah, I was expecting the 8 dot wheels. They've got a real swing to them. But in the box on the front of the car wash thingy, video box, that's the only angle you see. What are you seeing? That's the angle you see. So what wheels it has is unclear, or irrelevant really. But there it is in the flesh. Cadillacs are great. This one especially, Cadillac Sedan DeVille, very Elvis-y, in sort of a dark red. And the year 2010 on the card. So coming up to a dozen years already. For 2011 release. Sort of a deep red brownish, isn't it? Nice. What's on that door handle? Is that a bit of packaging rub, maybe? Black interior. Sweet. That's a stunner. And they really don't go alongside, do they? Because they're completely of a different era and a different mode of collecting. Wonderful. I got this one so randomly, and this is where I say don't worry so much about how far you've got to go in the hobby, because it's kind of endless. I had no idea about this. It is, of course, the flare side pickup, also known as the Baja Bouncer. Originally blue with 8-dot wheels, then it went to orange, and then it went crazy like this one. I won't open this one in this video. I'll do a separate video on it, and I'll pair it up with some other what would you call them, adventure packs. 1992 on the card, on the back of the pack, and mirrored windows. Strange. So yeah, we'll get to that at some point, I promise. Ford Transit van, and it's 2005 release with the treasure inside, and it's always a dodgy little pamphlet with a picture of a pirate on it. Let's have a look, just in case you haven't been suckered into ripping open one of these for that very treasure yourself. Ooh, that might be a sticker, I don't know. Application clean, yeah. Oh, it's a tattoo. You won't be seeing me put that on. I'll save you the trauma. Transit on the side, the best in self-service. Oh, this is a what do you call it? U-Haul, isn't it? You hire it yourself and you refill it before you take it back, so they don't slam you twice the cost of petrol. But that's a nice variant. Shockingly blue tint, but it goes with the colour scheme. A Lotus Exige in a nice goldy yellow. Year, I think I'm picking up 2007 there. You can probably see it on your 4,000-inch TV projector at home. Oh, blacked out wheels. Yeah, it's nice. Really nice paint job. 2006 copyright plastic base. Oh, that's the other V-dub I was talking about. Same but different. 62 V-dub Beetle, and we've got 2005 on the card. So what are the differences apart from the wheels? Okay, so it's a different tint. This one's got a bit of chicken snot. I don't know. It's a different red. Maybe it's not. Certainly looks like a different, the same casting I should say, but obviously different wheels. At a glance I'd say everything else is the same. Sweet, except for the chicken snot. That'll buff out, that'll buff out. That's what you say when you have a bit of a car park problem, isn't it? It'll buff out. Just put your shopping in the boot and go home. Alright, Chevy van. Nice. This card's partially come away. Oh, look at that fibre print. Have a look there for me, will ya? Number 49 of whatever year that was. Oh, it's very open card. Maintenance yard. Bit of packaging rub on both sides. That's unfortunate. There. Always go back to, oh, it's got a bit of overspray on the wheels too. What happened there? Did they paint it when they put it together or what? That's strange. Looks like a rough old tradies ute. City services. So yeah, yet another thing I've never seen before. And here it is. And I saw, oh, I've got one here. I'll zip straight to it. Another Chevy van, which was quite peculiar. There it is. Now this was never destined for Australian shores, or New Zealand for that matter. 1980 USA 1. I've seen it, never had it before until this very moment. Number 68, the Chevy van. And, what? 1980, yes, we covered that. There's the back. Special offer. Freeze frame if you're interested in reading that. You see those sorts of things pop up now and again. And you know you're slightly late, being 2022 and all. Almost 2023. Yikes. Nice. It's white. Hopefully that cleans up alright. But we'll forgive the slight imperfections in packaging rub. It's quite old. Unpainted base. Made in England. And what is that? 79. And those very classic, oddly sized wheels back and front. Finally got hold of it. Look at that. Same but different. Two different parts of the collection, but they go in the same drawer. This dang thing eluded me until now. 61 Ford Ranchero, or XP Falcon, I think, known in Australia as. But this dusty rose colour. So many times. Almost got it. 2019 release. So very recent. Probably the newest thing in this box actually. By a long way. And there it is in the dusty pink, finally. Catching up to the main line. Cool. Ford Falcon Ranchero on the base. Interesting. And some taxis. The Austin FX4 London taxi in a peculiar silver with those disc wheels. 2007 on the card. And the disc wheels they used on there, was it? Yeah, same disc wheels. Sweet. Put him in the background. Really old one now, number 36, the Formula 5000. And I always kind of considered these to have not many variations. And then I was watching a Diecast Looney video, about a couple of months ago now. See him on YouTube, Diecast Looney. Wave hello to Michael for me. And please subscribe to his channel. Fantastic channel. Look at that. It's the whole catalogue. Freeze frame if you dare. Yeah, and he made mention that the Formula 5000 has a huge number of variants, and I was slightly incredulous. I thought, no, I think they only have two, Michael. And then I researched, and he's right. He's right on many things. Check him out. Formula 5000 in orange. Unpainted base. Of course, because it's got an unpainted engine too, hasn't it? Now, is that packaging rub or playware? Oh, you'd never know, would you? So old. Blue driver in this one. I'm sure they come with the yellow, orange and white drives as well, because everything else seems to. So it's probably in the very long list of variants for this one. Now that I'm educated. What to show you? This is a peculiar one. Baja Bandit in a lovely green. Now, it's an unlicensed thing. I know it's based off a real thing, but you know what they do over there at Mattel, or have always done. 2007 on the card in green. Now, truly, this is one of the ones I think I must be coming to the end of them. But they are still releasing them, usually in 5 packs or 9 packs, as a little bit of added interest. I kind of like that they are, but I kind of want it to be over. I want to complete something, but I don't think I have. I'm not sure I ever will, but it's fun trying. 2 out of 4 runner. This is getting crazy to try and find, and the best way to find it is let it fall in your lap with other collections or other hauls. MBX 2001 sub-series, and it is 2011 on the base, on the card. So good to have that in red, despite the very chrome interior. It's almost a 70s Matchbox thing, isn't it? Where they threw in a bit of chrome, all to get that back bumper in chrome. Cool. Just randomly shoving them in the background now. Got to be careful with this one because it's old. Got to be careful with old things and people, don't you? Pontiac Coupe number 22 of way back then, and this one is in really good condition. They did everything a bit differently back then. I wonder if anyone who worked in the factory that made these in England is still around. So long ago. Maybe if they're in their 20s, they'd be still around today. 20s back then, obviously, I'm saying. Beautiful. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first and last time you'll ever see the doors on this car open and close. Too delicate, but as luck would have it, it's in good enough nick to put up with that thuggish manhandling just the once. That looks good. What else? What else, he says? Limited edition Australian collector's model, and it's the 1939 Chevy sedan with a shop or company name on it. Always makes it a little more interesting. Pioneer Distributors Australian Menswear. Never heard of that. And never heard of Gowings. Don't know. Everything for men's and boys' wear. Sort of a half plastic, half metal base. It's made in China. And 157, yeah, 1:57 scale. I think that's a 5. Otherwise it would be huge. What else? Same kind of thing, isn't it? Obviously different, but some kind of panel vanny type thing. Jungle Crawler. I was going to call it the Jungle Explorer, but that's the sub-series. And 2009 on the card. It's quite bewildering because you might hear me sort of stumble for words or get lost in a half sentence more than I usually do, but it's because everything on this table I felt the collection was really lacking, and now it's not, and it's kind of dawning on me as I'm doing this video. That being said and put out of the way is, yeah, that's the Jungle Crawler with the crazy good suspension. Onwards and upwards Tyrone, push through. Ford Shelby GT500, MBX Beach sub-series, and it's got a Tiki Way, that might be Hawaiian, I'm guessing that's Hawaiian, surf shop. Waikiki, oh yes, okay. It's a bit of a giveaway in the end, wasn't it? 2011 on the card. Interestingly, we've got a suburb in Western Australia, or in Perth, called Waikiki, just down the road from Malibu, as it happens. on a beautiful beach. Waikiki is anyway. Malibu is very slightly inland. And if you ever get a chance to visit there, it is worth it. Best beach I've ever been on. It's wonderful. VW delivery van, a few VWs today. Automotive parts and service on the side. And we're looking at 2006 on the card. Cool. All makes and models repaired, specialising in European motor cars. And specialising is spelled with a Z, so meant for the American market. Sweet as. Or maybe that's an American company, because I think we've figured out that almost everything on Matchbox cars, probably other brands too, but I know Matchbox cars, when they mention a company, it's almost always a real company. Land Rover Defender 110 in white with the old style casting. 2010 card. I'm specifically telling you the year on every single card, so if you're doing what I do and filling little gaps along the way, you'll know what to search for if you're looking for a particular thing I'm showing today. A little bit of handy research bypass. I'm doing a little bit of work for you for a change, rather than giving you a headache. I'll stick with the Defender. Jungle Explorers again, sub-series, and this one sort of a jungle camo, isn't it? 2010 again. So. Sweet. Same wheels? I think so. Yeah. Same casting, different colour. Ooh. Almost felt like something was coming loose there. But no. It's all moulded into the casting. Another V-dub. And this one, the card had come away, so I taped it up for effect, because we love to rip things open here today. All through the channel, actually. Volkswagen 4x4 2008 on the card. A little bit from a different direction, so we get that satisfaction. Excuse the slight echoiness to the recording, if that's what's happening in your ear. I have the studio door open, so the sound is echoing up that hallway. But I've got the air conditioning system quietly purring away because it is getting hot out there. I told you all about that, didn't I? Maybe. Shall we look at the tattoo? Maybe. Ford Mustang GT concept in red, and I'm guessing these treasure things were all of the same year, 2004 on the base. There's some other things you could get back then. Just had a thought that I could do a treasure hunt tattoo special, but nobody wants to see that. Unless I'm tattooing a hot chick or something. Probably, yeah. Let's not go there. Oh, that's a nice red. See what I mean about, you look at something through the old blister pack and it looks okay, and then you get it in your hand, it's like, oh, yes, I did need that in my collection. Mustang GT on the lower door. Rocker panel or sill, whatever you want to call it. It's really quite nice. And the tattoo for today is Hero City, and it's a hologram. Oh look, I wonder if the camera's picking that up. I think so, maybe not. Don't know. One of those little illusions, isn't it? Hey, that's right. 57 Chev. For a long time I thought I had this in my collection, and I passed it over many times. And then one day I was surfing my collection for my own amusement and realised I didn't have it. and I must have seen it in catalogues. I was flicking through and assumed I did, or my mind made that leap. 1995 on the card. And now I do have it, complete with the dodgy opening part. This casting always had a dodgy opening part, but we love it anyway. A bit gaudy, a bit out there with the paint job. The original came in about that colour, didn't it? Really good. Is that a plastic base? Quite possibly, I think that is. But it was the 90s. They were trying to go cheaper and cheaper just to survive, and did a good job. You've got to give it to them. Are we running out of space? Almost. Onwards and upwards, the 1970 El Camino in this very strange livery. 1999 on the card. Skateboarding. Speaking of tattoos, I've slammed one on the windshield. Freestyle and what is all that? Biggest skate shop in town. No, skate shop in town. That did not make sense. Biggest skate shop in town, freestyle. Imagine getting your own thing on a Matchbox car. What would yours say? Established 19 what? Is that 92? Nice. Oh, this didn't come in my birthday box. This came in my pulling the thread video of Land Rover 90s and Ridge Raiders. So I said I wouldn't do it to you, but I think this is my 20th Ridge Raider. Crazy. And something I've always had a nagging thing for, that I must have all of the designs on the tail of this helicopter. Where are we? 98 on the card, so probably 99. And we've got a picture of a helicopter on our helicopter. It was peculiar to me. Got to do a special of helicopters. I'm not sure too many people are into helicopters for a Matchbox, but I seem to have nurtured a thing for them in the back of my mind over the decades. But yeah, picture of a helicopter on my helicopter. Cool. Where do we put him? There you go. And a couple more, sadly. This funky fella, I've got it in all sorts of funky colours, and it's a funky casting. Oldsmobile Aerotech. This one, 93 on the card. That was about to fail, I think, that card. So it was timely that I helped it. That's my excuse. The 8-dot wheels. We haven't seen many 8-dot wheels today, but we've been all over the place with age of car. Plastic base in a shocking orange, but I've got a chrome one too, so if you're going to go out there, you might as well go out there. I'm going to hide him over the back though, because he's a bit glaring. And is that last? Finally we get to the end of this massive birthday box with this, a 68 something 120 SE. It's a Jaguar. Toys R Us sticker on the back, big 99 cents from 2008 on the card. Oh, made it easy. I think that was around the wrong way, so that had popped out previously, hadn't it? There again. No guilt for destroying packaging with this baby. Oh, quite a matte red. Playware? No playware. Just packaging rubber. And maybe an all-round dodgy paint job. But what a cool casting. sort of a dark tan, almost toffee interior, or taffy if you say it that way. Sometimes if I'm in a tired mood, people pronouncing things the way I don't say it annoys me. So I hope I don't I hope I don't annoy you with my toffee interior. But really quite detailed license plate there. 19, is that 50? Geez, too detailed for my old eyes. I'll get my magnifying glass at it as soon as I hit the stop button on this camera, and I get to ogle my toys from so long ago now. Wow, I hope you enjoyed this very long video. I'll stitch it together after the fail with the GMC. The fail, then fix it with the GMC and upload it in the next day or so. Fantastic. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Nice to have you along for this ride. Bye.